Hi, Assalamu alaikum. This is Shifa Yousafzai. In this session today, we are going to talk about hospitality industry. What are the best practices that exist all over the world, and how Golden Tulip is contributing towards an excellent hotel, which is preferred by thousands and thousands of tourists every year. For this, we will talk to Mr. Ayman Ezzeddine, who is the Regional Business Development Director at Golden Tulip Mena Noor Hotel. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So firstly, before starting toward, right. So firstly, let's talk to you about your journey as the Business Development Director. How have you decided that you want to be associated with this hospitality industry? And how are your expertise going to contribute towards the success and international branding of Golden?
Thank you. A little bit about myself first. I was born in Lebanon and I grew up in Canada. So I start with that because I think it tells you about who I am. I'm a cross between two cultures. And in my position in Dubai, which handles Middle East and Africa as the hub, it's good to understand some of the cultures where somebody coming from one distinct culture, they might have a hard time to begin with. So that's part of where I came from. And obviously I studied hospitality management, and I started in Dubai in 2008. First enrolled in hotels, and then I moved to business development, and that was about 15 years ago. Now with Golden Tulip MENA, I've been about 1 year with them, and it's going great. I get to go to new places that have been on my bucket list that I could only wish to come and see, such as Pakistan. And yes, I'm enjoying it and I'm loving it.
Right, so wholesome experience in the hospitality industry. How are those expertise of yours going to be contributing towards the international brand management of Golden Tulip MENA?
The business development role is a little bit like relationship management. You know, you have to meet the right partner, and sometimes you meet people, you get along with great even business entities, but it's not the perfect fit for your brand, or their vision does not meet your vision. So very important part is sometimes you just say no thank you, but you stay friendly, and in the future you never know what might happen. We've been lucky enough to find the right partner for us to enter Pakistan, and I think that is what contributes to this, is that relationship, knowing what you bring to the table, what your partner brings to the table, and how you guys should move forward together.
So what strategies and what philosophies do you think were pivotal towards wanting this standard of excellence when we talk about Golden Tulip, and especially how those philosophies and standards and strategies will work here in Golden Tulip Islamabad?
The Golden Tulip brand has been around for over 60 years now. And we've just recently have gone a rebranding to make sure we go back to some of our essence, which is Golden Tulip was a Dutch brand. So we went through some of the openness and some of the playful feeling of the Dutch that first originated with the brand, and we're designing those brand standards. The Golden Tulip Islamabad will be under full of the rebrand efforts of Golden Tulip, so we'll showcase our new brand standards. We're excited about that, and what we will bring here, our excellence, is our commitment, our sophistication, if you want to say it that way, but also our experience. So there's many different levels that we will come with to work with the J7 group and Hotel Solitaire to bring the Golden Tulip Islamabad to make it international level.
Right, and what has been the sole reason behind this collaboration between Golden Tulip and Hotel Solitaire here in Islamabad, and how is it going to be enriching this city's hospitality landscape?
Pakistan, for us at Golden Tulip MENA and Hotels Group, Pakistan was always a region, a country, a market that we wanted to enter. We see the possibilities of the tourism in this country, and we also found that there was missing this touch of international hotel services and hospitality. So this is the opportunity for us. Now the next step was finding the right partner, and that was, we were lucky enough to meet with the J7 group. We've had several great discussions, and when we realized that our philosophies are aligned and we can both contribute to make this success, we came together. And I think when the Golden Tulip Islamabad opens, Islamabad will be proud of it. Pakistanis will be proud of this project, and it will bring international tourists as well as expat Pakistanis who live abroad. When they come back to their country, they'll have a property that gives them the service that they see outside.
When we talk about you specifically, what are the aspects and what are the reasons and areas that you feel enthusiastic about when you talk about Golden Tulip Islamabad?
So for myself, Pakistan and the tourism aspect, in the hospitality aspect, it's a virgin landscape. I've been in this industry for 15 years. You go to Dubai, New York, London, Paris. So it's missing a few. It has almost everything to it great. Here in Pakistan, I see the opportunity for us to grow as a brand and myself to experience new experiences. I mean, the beautiful mountains, the beautiful, it's a country full of beautiful nature, and possibilities to open new hotels in different destinations will be great. And I think Golden Tulip Islamabad, just like Islamabad is the gate for the country, this will be the gate for us and myself to move further in.
Right. So Golden Tulip on a larger scale is known for an opportunity for the tourists or for creating, lasting memories. How do you think that Golden Tulip Islamabad is going to be offering the same thing to tourists here in this?
Under our new rebranding, we really hit the point, playtime anytime, and it's kind of geared towards work. It also fit perfect timing in a way post-COVID. I think many people during COVID reassessed their lifestyle and their priorities. We all work too much. We all know this, but we have to. So we're trying to work while you travel while you work. So if you come to Golden Tulip for work, you could still enjoy what Pakistan has to offer. If you're coming here for traveling, but we all have to take conference calls, we all have to take calls, there is a workstation. So it's playtime and it's work time in a way.
Right. So how can Golden Tulip blend Golden Tulip's, the hotel's internationally branding and international standard with the local essence of Pakistan and the given location that it is going to be here?
Yes. So, sorry, I forgot to mention the other part was what we will enhance is our Golden Tulip guests are to come for local memories. So this is part of it. So when you come to Golden Tulip, we want you to get the Islamabad feel, the Pakistan feel. So that's how those memories are.
Could you please elaborate the golden principle that has taken this brand forward?
It was travelers. The Dutch were infamous travelers, even from a small country associated with the airline industry, and that's how they expanded. So when we went back to our roots, we looked ourselves as being travelers and to new destinations, and bringing those essence of who we are, international, being hospitable, expectations of quality. So this is something we hope to bring to Golden Tulip Islamabad. The international quality, the consistency, I think what sometimes gets missed in a few places. So this consistency will be followed up with training and continue moving forward.
And what are the do you think the aspects of hospitality industry in Pakistan that you have observed since you're here that you think that are crucial and that should be amalgamated in this Golden Tulip Islamabad?
I'm going to start out on a negative note on this one, which is not supposed to do, but I think Islamabad is missing this international touch. The quality is not consistent, and there's a few other points. We hopefully hope to correct that and to push in a different way that we carry this forward. But back to your question, what I see here in Pakistan, which I knew about, but what I still was even surprised, is Pakistani people are very hospitable. So we want to use that hospitality, that culture, that tradition of being hospitable, and frame it in the international concept with quality and consistency.
Right. That is all right if you started off.
I finished the trial.
Firstly, you finished on a positive note, and secondly, as long as you don't highlight the negativities, you cannot learn and you cannot solve those problems. So I completely agree with you. But having said that, how are you focusing on the eco-friendly tourism? That is a term that we are using all over, like sustainable tourism, eco-conscious tourism. So how are you focusing on that area when you talk about and when you plan on moving ahead with Golden Tulip Islamabad?
And in eco-friendly, eco-tourism, sustainability are all keywords right now, and every hotel operator, every hotel developer has to look at them. Us being the part of the second largest hotel group in the world. So we have a bit more R&A into this, more research, and we roll out continuously, reassess, and we all know the pace that technology is moving. Right now, for instance, very boring is how to save electricity by using solar water panels. Very boring, but I just spent an hour meeting in a workshop with technical people. I still don't know what they were saying, but I know that it will save 70% of electricity for the hotel. Now, for us as a hotel, it's a business. Return on investment, we're saving money. So as a hotel operator and owner developer, we need to sit together and understand being eco-friendly these days saves us money in the future. Other than then you look at it, it saves the environment. It helps the future. That's one aspect of the cost cutting. The other aspect is there's a large population now around the world are looking for ecotourism. They want to travel for nature. So when they travel for nature, they don't want to be wasting everything. So you kind of hit 2 points with one on one thing there.
One stone. Yeah.
One stone.
So when, of course, a hotel or any building or any department or anything that any institution is based on how you train their staff or how you train their workers, whoever. The first person that is going to be giving those services to the tourists or to whatever clientele they have. So how do you plan on developing that human resource, that human capital? How are you going to train them? Do you have a plan about that?
Well, there's one plan, it's training. So that's the short answer. But it starts with the recruitment. It starts with, the philosophy of the Golden Tulip MENA team, the Louvre Hotels Group, how it comes down to us. Our meetings with J7 Group, we saw their philosophies, how much they care about their people and about their country. So once we found that alignment, we knew that they were willing to invest in getting the right people for the right job and training. So that's a start. Now, moving forward, we have to hire the right people in the right places. Managers that lead and they train and they empower their employees to step up. Once we get to that level, at Golden Tulip MENA, we have our regional office, which is in Dubai. We will help local training, we will have regional training, and then for the select few, we'll even give them international training, part of the Louvre Hotels Group, on one note. Then using technology, and again, back to cost cutting, we have a Genius program, where we have, I think, about 80 or 90 courses, a little bit more. I'm going to get in trouble for this, I should know. But we have close to 100 courses online that each member of the hotel staff goes, and they go at their own pace, and they get rewarded. There's goals set. The GM has access to it. The regional office has access to it. So everybody at their own pace, but when they do it, it shows their commitment from their side, and we believe commitment should be rewarded.
Well, incentives are necessary if you want your workforce to be happy. A happy workforce is a is a productive workforce. If your workforce is not happy, they are not productive enough. So coming towards the collaboration, can you share any instance from past that you have seen, that you have witnessed when Golden Tulip has collaborated successfully with another international hotel chain?
I mean, yes and no. Technically, we're competitors, but in many areas, we're friendly competitors, especially in a new developing market like Pakistan. As I've seen it in other places when I work, the general managers get together, they talk about what they need, then they go to the government and they apply, we need more airline services to come here. So they petition together, they work together. So being friendly doesn't make you less competitive, but being competitive doesn't mean you have to be friendly with each other. So we work with each other and we can assist each other in a way. At the end, when a tourist comes, hopefully we have close to 250 keys in the Golden Tulip Islamabad. Hopefully we will need to fill 500 and 1,000. So we'll be happy for our competitors.
Now let's talk about the French sophistication and elegance in the hospitality industry. How do you plan on bringing that to Islamabad?
The French hospitality is world famous for their cuisine, for how positive they are perceived around the world. And Louvre Hotels Group being based in Paris, obviously we have a lot of French touches to it. If I go to the Golden Tulip brand, is originally Dutch. So as a layout and as a building, we like to infuse a little bit of Dutch into it as well. So we're trying to bring a mix of those European, let's call it European little flair or European essence to Pakistan. We bring that with our management team. We bring that with our brands and standards, and by training and by showing little things. We have incorporated into our Golden Tulip. Each Golden Tulip hotel has the tandem bicycle that was famous in Holland. So it'll be a showpiece in the lobby, a nice bright yellow tandem bicycle in the Golden Tulip. So as soon as you walk in there, it'll turn your head and you'll want to take a picture beside it. So just to show a little bit more about our European touches in that sense. But for the people, it's about training, and something I might have forgotten to talk about earlier, again, the expat Pakistani community. I work in Dubai and I've worked with many Pakistani colleagues in the hotel community. So we hope to also be able to offer a few of them a nice position to come back home, which many strive to do. So now that it's an international brand and they've seen the European touches and how it is in Dubai and Europe, so some of them will be more than happy to come and be in Islamabad and start off, hopefully, this new tourism trend.
Right. And how is Golden Tulip Islamabad positioned to adapt the evolving demands of tourists?
Again, we always work for the future, and this is where it differentiates yourself. You differentiate yourself as a hotel owner by being with an international brand. You know, we have people looking for the future trends, studying that future trends, trial and error in other regions. So we're learning and then we're incorporating. This year alone, Louvre Hotels Group has spent over 6 million euros to better the distribution system we use. We're also now about to roll out our new environmental friendly practices. So there's always a way, somebody's always studying behind the line while we're busy operating. What happens when you're an individual owner is that you're operating, you don't have time to look for the future. So that's what you get from our team in Dubai, our team in Paris, is to look for the future trends, which right now are, you know, health tourism, religious tourism, adventure tourism, and again, post-COVID, it's spirituality tourism. A lot of people are taking a year off just to go discover themselves. So all this stuff, we look into it and we see what we can offer to help come.
Right. So absolutely, teamwork makes the dream work. As you said, if the owner is a solo pilot,
Yes.
so he cannot do everything. He has to have a team. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayman Ezzeddine. It was a very insightful session. And I hope that many in our audiences have learned one or two things about Golden Tulip and how they offer the excellent hospitality services all over the world.